Debbie,
Yes.
what are we up to?
Well, at the moment we're in Marks and Spencer's and we're kind of making a little video about how to empower women and take action sometime when they're not expecting to. So, hey, I'm meeting up with me today for a little chat and a coffee. It's taken about, 8 years to do this?
8 years.
We are one of the most devout MNC members and veterans, I'd like to say, wouldn't you?
Oh yes, veterans, definitely. And now Guerrilla filmers as well.
Yes.
So we might get thrown out any second, so we need to just make sure that we
We're definitely hot seating today at work.
Tell us how your Marks and Spencer's adventures started.
Many years ago, when I was about 15, 16, I'd already experienced going to about 12 different schools for my education.
Why was that? It wasn't your fault.
No, it wasn't my fault. I wasn't naughty or anything. I was a very quiet, shy child, actually. It was because my dad was in the army and we travelled and we moved every 18 to 20 months. So moving around meant that I could actually make new friends quite easily. And so that was quite a good quality to my life, I think. So when I came to Worthing, about 15, 16 years old, had to go to school in Worthing and didn't really do very well at school because I either was playing catch up or I'd already done it. So basically I left school on a Friday and I went to work for a company that produced all the swimwear and the underwear, like today's Spanx, for Marks and Spencer. So I've come a long way from there. At the time I was earning £1 an hour. £1 an hour. Can you imagine that today? And I was part of the team and the production line, so I knew that if I worked really hard and I did my job well, that I would be paid more money. So those two qualities of making friends and working hard and being the best I could for what I was doing actually made it all perfect for me, really. I was earning good money, I was in control. And I was working with my mum as well, which is really lovely. So, yeah,
That's how you started.
That's how I started, yeah.
And what happened after that then? What brings us into what we are going to talk about?
Well, I built up the courage to take a different role in my work, and I worked at the Inland Revenue, and not in the tax office, I might say, but in the print room. And then it was from that skill I moved around. I ended up working, after I had my children, at Davison High School in their reprographic department. And at that point, I needed something in my life to empower me. I needed something that I could do when the children had grown up. And I felt it was really important to have my own identity and purpose. So I enrolled into a college course, and then I paid this £450, which was a lot of money back then. You know, it's God knows how many weeks at £1 an hour. And I enrolled and I did this evening course, and it was the reflexology course. And I remember going into the classroom and the tutor said, "Can you all stand up and tell us why you want to take part in this holistic course?" And everybody went before me. There was about 11, 12 of us, and other people said, "Oh, I'm a podiatrist, I'm an auxiliary nurse, I'm a sports injury," and I was just a bored housewife at that time, trying to find some identity. And so I felt really small and powerless. You know, I didn't have any sciences for for the college course, and I needed that. So started this course feeling that I'd already failed, because I knew I was going to struggle with, all the preparation of the exam. But luckily this was a hands-on kind of therapy with lots of theory, but it did it through stages. And I had the courage to have a buddy, like you need someone to feed from. So I did the course, and the tutor said, "Do you, anybody in the class wants any help?" So of course I put my hand up, and at that point we'd progressed through the college course, and they said, "Debbie, we can't give you any help because you're shining, you're really enjoying it." And at the end of the course I got 98%. So of course that made me feel really powerful, and I was really excited, and I really came out of my shell, and I was talking to lots of people about all the things that I learned and what I could do with my hands and my feet, and I wasn't doing this as a job. This was something for me, for my own purpose, that maybe I could do later on when the kids are grown up, So I did that, and I felt really confident. And then I did the maths. I was working part-time at this school, doing 20 hours a week. And I worked out if I did 7 or 8 treatments a week for reflexology, I'd only have to work 1 day a week. So I thought, let's do it. So I did that. And then, of course, I didn't get 7 treatments a week. I got 10. And they were all teachers that were really stressed out and needed some, kindness and love, and help in what they could do. So that's kind of where it all began. And from that, it's evolved. And because I can make friends, I talk a lot. And people just say, oh, Debbie, do you fancy coming along and doing a girls' night? Do you want to do it in my venue? Or, Debbie, would you like to come into my workplace and show my staff how they can help themselves? Or, I've got lots of clients that come to me, have been coming to me for a long time now, and it's their time out space where they are just themselves. They're not the housewife, they're not someone's mum, they're not the boss at work. This is for women and men, and they come and they really take the time out to relax and stop the clock for a bit. So I bet you can't guess I absolutely love it. And
We can tell.
And I'm really excited about all of it. So
it's just such a beautiful story to hear, obviously, because this is all about empowerment and doing what you're passionate about and letting that shine and drive you, because we're so much better when we do something that we are actually interested in doing. And also you found yourself in it, didn't you?
I did. I well and truly came into my own light. I wasn't this shy. I mean, you probably...
Are you looking into the lens now, not at yourself, by the way?
No, of course I'm not. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see straight for sure.
Look there.
So I have found myself, and the trick is, if you're thinking about running a business or just finding yourself, there's 3 things that you really need to do. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to be true, and you do everything with kindness. It can be about the money, but you have to fulfill your own heart and what feels good. And if it feels good, then do more of it. And if it feels a struggle, it's really hard, then don't do that, because that's not what it's about. It's supposed to be really easy. And I think some people think, I'm not going to take that leap of faith. I'm not going to have that confidence to do those things. But just, you know what? Just do it. And if it doesn't work, you can say that you've tried. And I think that's the best thing.
Absolutely.
So that's my top tip.
I think that's brilliant. That's really, really good. And it isn't all about the money, because money is never going to make you happier if you're doing things that aren't making you happier. So we need to actually have a good look at what's going on inside, and what kind of life we want to live, and what's our values, and find a purpose for ourselves.
I think so too. And I think, you know what, when you talk to people, and if you're excited and you love what you do, and it will just shine out, and people want to stand next to you and they want to be part of what you're doing because it looks really interesting and nice. And the money does buy nice things.
Of course we need money too, and we need to make sure that we have a strategy for making it work, so it's not unfeasible.
No,
because then you're just going to drain yourself and be disappointed.
That's right. And if you've got children, if you're married, and you're true to yourself, kind, and you do things with love, that's going to be the norm for them.
Yes.
So you're showing yourself in the right light. So girls and chaps, if you're out there and you want to try something, don't be afraid. Just do it, and then just sit back and just watch what happens.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant story. I'm so glad we did this at Marks and Spencer. I feel
Do you think?
adventurous.
Let's not tag them.
No, we're not going to tag them. Or maybe we should. They can't do anything now anyway.
No.
We've been. The sofa?
I do.
Take the sofa
I quite
home.
like the chair, actually. I quite like the
This is very
chair.
nice.
Yeah, we tried to do this in the underwear department, but there was too many women there, and I think we would have got shot.
And some men.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you for sharing this, Debbie. Really, really.
It's been lovely, and thank you for asking me.
And how can people find you? Because I know you do corporate training as well, teaching staff how to
manipulate their hands.
In a very simple way. So
Yeah.
that's something you do.
Yeah.
And then you've got your workshop and you've got your treatment. So what's the best way to find you if someone just need to find you quickly?
If you wanted to find me really quickly, what you could do is you could just put my name into Google.
Into Google.
And you could just put Debbie Stevens Wellbeing Events and hey presto, there I'll
we
be.
are.
Yeah, so
Excellent. Good.
all right.
Thank you so
I
much.
think we need to go now because we're going to be shot.
Okay.
I just saw that.
we love these chairs.
Guys, we'll be shot at dawn. Anyway, that's
And please do subscribe to iStorm, to the channel, if you want to see the other videos that are coming up. And if you want to know more about the iStorm training program for business women who want to take a step up, be more visible, and be braver and more courageous to do the things you want to do, that you are passionate about, then have a look at istorm.org.uk. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye from Marks and Sparks.
Bye.